Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where folks. This is your man, LOH George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming live on YouTube. Well, folks, today is Mother's Day. For me, it's kind of bittersweet. As you know, it's been about coming up this summer. It's going to be 4 years since my mother passed. But like I said, I still love her. She was my woman. She was my lady. She took care of me. I took care of her. But all you out there, if you're with your mother or she's not around, let her know that she's special to you. Always remember, this is like the first woman, especially for us boys, the first woman we ever loved. And for you women, it's the first woman that made you a woman. So that's the difference. So here, as you know, as a content creator, I always want to get people on here that interests me. Not so much, I know you guys out there, you want to get, we're going to get this person, we can get that person. I would love to get that person. But the fact is, I'm not going to make people do what they know I want them to do. I want them to do when they're ready to come. So we have the lovely Melissa Stanfill. Stanfill, if I got anything wrong,
you got it right.
Yeah, okay. And she is currently right now. She is prepping for her bodybuilding debut. And as it's that old saying from that movie, The Green Mile: get them while you're young. So you want to get them while they're still fresh before they get, to get a little bit jaded by the sport. So we're going to ask her what her got started, what her plans are, and what her passion about the sport of bodybuilding. So, madam, we like to welcome you and thank you for coming through. And this is a question I often ask you ladies: what got you started in this sport of, as I call it, muscle and masculinity? Please share.
It's a really long thing that's been kind of brewing and being put together. My mother was actually a female bodybuilder before I was born. So she was competing and walking around jacked, but before I was even on the planet. She actually got pregnant with me during prep, which kind of threw that off. So I'm 41. So it's been that long in the making. But what really got put me on the path was my weight loss journey. Because I was in 2015, I weighed 300 pounds and I struggled with every different diet. Like, how do I lose the weight? How do I lose the weight? And my mom was like, Melissa, just lift weights. Like, just go to the gym and start lifting weights consistently. And I started and tightened up my nutrition, really started paying attention to what I was putting in my body, and just the weight fell off and I was building muscle. So I looked so much more aesthetically pleasing than a lot of people that were losing tons of weight. And then I remember I was watching YouTube one night and I found Dana Lynn Bailey. And I think that's good. That's probably what a lot of women who start in the sport, they find a person that they identify with and they're like, I think I could do that. But I saw her and watched her Arnold prep series. She did like a whole prep series on YouTube as she was prepping for the Arnold. And I was like, I can do that. I can do that. So I just sort of set it in my mind probably around 2019 that I was going to compete. But it's taken me this long to get to a place where I was like, all right, it's time. So it's time. And here we are.
Yeah, it is a process. And I know Dylan Bailey is very, especially for certain divisions, the physique divisions, most women
Yeah.
overall in bodybuilding, that's the person they really, aspire them because what she had a certain look that was.
Yeah.
I think back then especially when the physique division was starting and bodybuilding was still kind of young in some people's minds, she had a look that was like maybe more attainable to some women. But as you know, the division has changed over the last few
Yeah.
years. It has evolved. I've been following bodybuilding since I was 10 years old. I'm almost going to be 50 at the end of this year. And, I've seen how it has evolved from people like from Richard Lesh, Corey Everson, Linda Murray,
Linda Murray.
Kim Zaveski, Iris Kyle, all on down to one of my favorite women of all time, that's Andrea Shaw. And this is the true story.
Yes.
Was 2022, I went to the Savannah Pro after last year they had it. And Linda was there. And you can't believe this woman's like in her 60s. She still looks good. And even I saw Andrea Shaw was there. She was guest posing. I saw people like Alina Popa, amazing women, and I'm a
Yeah.
fan of these. We are here. This is my content maker, also bodybuilder, one of my brothers. This is my man KLA, the Wanderer. He says, "Oh, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, KLA?"
What's up?
Also, he said she looks interesting. He said,
I am interesting.
well, yeah, and also he says she looks 10 years younger, and that's the thing about the lifestyle bodybuilding.
It's
It does,
bodybuilding, baby.
yeah, I mean, I've interviewed some ladies in their 50s, 40s, and sometimes I'm thinking you're like your 30s, your 20s.
Like like Linda just looks I saw her recently on like some she posted some content and I was like, the woman doesn't age. Like I don't understand. I don't know how, like I see it happening to myself. Nobody thinks I'm my age, but she just still looks phenomenal. And I think that's just the sport and it creates like it really does turn the clock back. Like my mom is 74 and she doesn't look 74. Like it does something. There's something in the bodybuilding water.
Yeah, it's just something about it because it's just like I said, the healthy lifestyle, and it's not just it's not a lifestyle; it's a choice of decision
Yes.
to make. Like like I know one thing is you see right now, I'm a bigger kind of dude. I actually, when I was taking care of my mom, as you know, people know my mom passed away. I was almost 500 pounds,
Oh wow.
and yeah, and then when she was gone, I said, you know what, I had to take care of myself.
Yeah.
Right now, I was doing pretty good, but then I had some setbacks, and my car is messed up. I can't go to the gym as much as I can, but I try to eat a
Yeah.
little better. But I think right now I'm at my last about maybe about four, like about 410, and
Hell yeah.
it's
That's
tough, especially
fantastic.
for people overweight. Um, Here we got here from man KL. He says like this: how far you want to take bodybuilding, Melissa? So how think you want to go now? What I say you're prepping, so you're prepping for a regional show.
Yes, I'm prepping for a regional show. I'm hoping to get nationally qualified and then we're going to grow and because I'm definitely not as big as I want to be. You said Iris Kyle, and I have idolized that woman, and just where there's all these other women in the sport, they're like, I just don't want to get that big, and I don't just big. I just want to be enormous. I already told my coach. I was like, I would like to be a mutant if you could do that. So the end goal for me is female bodybuilding. That's where I want to. I'm going to try to get my pro card in women's physique hopefully next year, but I'm going to end up in women's bodybuilding. So
Yeah, yeah, that's
big
that's
girls.
surprising. Actually, this is how I caught Melissa. It was a while back. The Female Bobby Channel has post something, and she made a comment on it. And I said, you know what? This chick said she want to be as big as a gorilla. And I said,
Yes.
wow, that really interests me. And most women don't want to be say, I want to be dainty and still be feminine. But
No.
to really to grow and to develop, and it takes the time. As you know,
Yes.
bodybuilding is not a race; it's a process. And
Yeah.
the follow consistency, diet, and all the things that go to a sport. And also, there's always, a lot of people have issues with the sport. Like we got a comment here from a man, KL. He says, you know, says, I wanted a date a female bodybuilder. She's giving me a reason. Also, we got here. This is from
Oh.
Lion 2012. Shout out to him. And he says this. He says, "Peace from Toronto, Melissa Stanfill. It's awesome help. She appears at one of the Toronto shows.
Oh,
That's
I would
shout out.
love to go to Toronto. I would love to. They have such good competition. I don't know. I'm sure you keep up with it, but some of the women that are showing up for figure and physique in Toronto, like they have units up there. Like these women are not playing around. They have
Mhm.
really good shows. I would love to go up there.
Yeah, I've interviewed quite a few ladies from Canada. I'm a big fan of Canadian female bodybuilders. I have a Facebook page where I call it for the love of of the love of
Oh,
female Canadian competitors because it's on Facebook and I created it a long time ago. It's really grown the last few years because they just have a certain look. It's like that bit of that European and that bit of that American
yes.
style to it.
Yes.
Here it's from man KLA. He says a lot of women are inspired by Dana Lynn.
Yes.
Yes, true.
Yes.
Also, do people give you negative feedback for being muscular? And that's the thing is, I talk about this on my channel and I do live streams about it, where people, especially when it comes down to being a woman in the sport. That's why every time I see it's like Evie, I say like this, why are you in the sport of muscle and masculinity? Because the fact is, most people associate muscle with men. It's a very
Yes.
masculine sport. But women they like sport because like they like the competition part about it, and also to
Yes.
grow and see their body change.
Yeah. So, a thing that I've been reminding myself a lot lately because I do get you are gonna get those negative comments is I will not accept shade from a tree that does not bear fruit. So if you aren't, a lot of the negativity that I get is mostly from men, but it's from men who would never even attempt to do what I have done. So why would I let it affect me at all? Like if we run our lives listening to what everyone else has to say about us, we won't get anywhere. We'll just keep hitting walls. So I try to focus on all of the positive energy that I get, which is so overwhelming. It's so crazy to get. Like I got a message from Wendy Fortino last night, and she's been so supportive through this whole prep, and she's been cheering me on, and it's crazy that the bodybuilding community, the people actually inside of it, are incredibly supportive. It's the people outside of it that don't really know much about the sport. It's just some guy that sees some girl that, for the most part, is probably completely unattainable, and that hurts their feelings, I guess. But I've not let the negative stuff bother me at all. And the only person that I really care about their opinion is my husband. We've been married for 14 years, and he's like, "Baby, whatever you're doing, keep on doing it because you look fire." So until he tells me I'm too big, which I don't think is going to happen, we're going to keep going like a freight train.
Yeah. What's your husband's name?
Jonathan,
Jonathan. Yeah, I say Johnny. He's a good man. And that's the thing is,
he is.
that's good to have the support. Like, what about your other family? Like your, your mom. She supports you. Like, is there any more relatives, or everybody's kind of like,
Yeah, nobody's been weird. Um, my mom is obviously super supportive. My dad has Alzheimer's and dementia, so I'm not sure he completely understands what's going on. He does tell me he's proud of me for taking care of myself because he did. My parents watched me be 300 pounds for years. I had a high risk pregnancy because I was overweight, had a struggle. I struggled for such a long time with my weight because I just couldn't wrap my brain around the work that I needed to do. But all of my family have like really, really positive feedback on it. Like everybody's really excited. My husband's mom is a little like she thinks women should, I don't know what this means, women should look like women. But but okay. It's
well,
fine.
well, some you remember a lot of older people. It's like the idea of women is like June Cleaver, or
Yes.
or in the kitchen, or Aunt B from
Yeah.
from Andy Griffin,
Yeah.
But society has changed. Like I said, my mother, she had to raise me, six, me, my brothers and sisters, plus two or three grandkids.
Oh
And
wow.
a woman's job and position has changed over the years. Like my parents were married for 55 years, even though we were still down here in North Carolina. My father was up in New Jersey with starting a new family. And quote my mother, like I said, my father was a drunk and a fiend, and my mother never liked it, not one bit. So why so serious? So, but before he passed, me and him, we had our it's me and came together and we made our But he's my father. And it's been 10 years since he left. So anyway, we had a comment from my man KLA. He says this. He says, uh, "My mother told me the other day I'm gaining weight. I have to hit." I have to hit the gym. I can understand that, brother. You know. Also, this is from KLA. It said she doesn't look that huge, but she has a nice
Yeah.
physique. Yeah,
Oh, I am not big. I
yeah,
am not big at all.
yeah. But you have the guys talking like say like making comments like, but then the flip guy say, "Hey, Melissa, you have a nice body. If I tell you you have a nice body, Melissa, we hold it against me." So it's just I think there, like I said, there is those guys who do admire women like yourself,
Yeah.
who admire your physique, and they can be a little weird. But what we're gonna do is this, folks. We're gonna jump into Melissa's social media for a bit and check out some stuff, and follow
Oh
her
boy.
process here there. But this is something, and it's not against you, Melissa. I tell this to everybody when I do this, when going to social media, especially if you want to follow her on social media. Her links are in the description of this live. You check them out. But guys, if you do this, I want to tell you something, and this is something I have to tell because it's a disclaimer. No D pics. Stop it.
Oh, please don't do it because I will talk so much ish on you.
Yeah, I mean the guys.
I'm gonna show my husband and he's
Yeah,
gonna talk about your little pee pee. We're gonna have to have conversations at dinner table about your pee pee. Like, just don't do that to me.
Yeah, I mean, when I started doing this, I remember webcam friends would say later tell me, said, George, God says, we said, what do you mean? Why say, why show you dick pics for us? Because I don't know, George, I don't
I don't
understand
know.
it. I just,
I don't
the problem is some guys, they rather use the break, the muscle between the two legs than the one between the two shoulders. I
use
don't,
this
yeah, use that one. So we're jumping here on social media for a bit. And we can see a little bit of the process here. We have you
one.
here.
Oh gosh. That's
This is
me.
yeah. So it's right here. You're doing a little posing. What do you like about posing?
Oh my gosh. I love I'm an artist. I've always been an artist. And it's just one more creative outlet. I feel that you express yourself. Not only does it show all of the work that you've done, so all of the I mean, the mandatories are made so that you can see all of the specific muscle groups and things you worked on. But I love the flow and the transitions and that you can just create a body of art, something beautiful for people to look at.
Yeah, I see you have a lot of tattoos. How
I
many you have
do.
in count?
Oh my gosh, George. One, two, you see me counting? Probably like 28. It's a lot. And most
Uh,
of them are dumb things that I got when I was a young person.
yeah. Me personally, I don't never have gotten one. I don't think I ever get one. This is one she sent me this morning. I can't play music, and you know how YouTube is. This is her. I says, if you're wondering how I start my day, coffee, thoughts for life. So it's just crazy.
Thoughts.
Yeah, I mean,
Look.
if you want to check it out, go to her. You can find it on her IG. You can watch the whole music, everything. It's wild. But like I said, you gotta be careful with with YouTube. They always so I have a strike now
Yeah,
from
they'll take the music down.
yeah, copyright stuff like this. And here's a nice back show. What do you feel like the thing you really need to work on, especially when you come in and try to make your debut?
It's definitely like my upper body, I feel like I could get a tan and go on stage tomorrow with my upper body with the conditioning. My lower body, where I carried all of my weight, is still carrying some fat, some adipose fat, like on top of like my outer legs and under my glutes. So we're really trying to take this last 4 weeks and pull all of that in. The thing about fat is the longer it's on your body, the harder it is to kill. So this last
Okay.
bit, this last bit that's just been here since 2016, we're struggling with it. But just the legs, I think. The legs and hold everything else full and get everything tight and we'll be ready. But
I
yeah, like
can
my
feel
back,
you.
my back is ready to go.
I can feel you. I can feel you.
Yeah.
I can feel you on this. You have the like little posing here. Like I said, like I see, really see how you progress from, especially when you were overweight.
Yeah.
How you really your conditions coming in. Like I said, your legs are pretty good. Just need to, like I said, got to come in tighter. That's it by
Yeah.
judges. The back can make or break how you do at a show.
Yes. Yes.
Conditioning is very important. And you're doing look like you're doing. You're gonna debut as a figure competitor, or you're gonna double dip.
Double dip.
So you can do physique and figure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's a nice little outfit. You dress like some Ripley.
Okay. So, no, this is the funny thing about me, and people think it's so crazy. That's how I dress when I'm not in gym clothes. Is everybody's like, "Are you going to Ren Fair? What are you doing?" I was like, "No, that's literally like what I wear out, like, that's what I wear on a daily basis because it's just pretty, and I feel like you should find joy in everything, and I find so much joy in clothes and fashion, and that's my favorite fashion is just Renaissance period pieces, so that's what I wear, George. I just look like a maiden all the time.
You look like you only like here. You like you be Julie. You should be Cinderella. Or
Yes,
you-
yes,
or
I
Julie
am.
and or Julie Andrews in the Sound of Music. Oh, the hills alive with the sound of music.
I'll have to do
But
that for you, I'll do a rendition. I'll put one of my dresses on and
but like I
make
said,
make a little reel.
yeah. But like I said, it's really a process for. This is like for when
Yeah.
was this picture here? It was 8 months ago,
Yes,
and
the first picture is my first check-in photo
mm,
in September.
yeah, you're wearing a particular type of guy I'm a fan of. I'm Batman.
I am. That was my that was my first posing suit. That's actually I got that posing suit. I've prepped before. I prepped in 2021, but I had an accident and I tore my knee out at work loading airplanes for FedEx.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
I was 9 weeks out when I tore my knee, and it took me out for about 6 months. Took me off my knee completely.
Ooh, yeah. I can tell
Yeah.
you, I got issues when I need now arthritis. I got one that's like bone on bone. I'm considering surgery
Oh,
because it is bothering to a point where
yeah.
sometimes it's hard to walk, especially being heavy. But if I can lose a few more pounds, I think I might go ahead and do it. Now, this is she gave a little video here for Mother's Day, so we're gonna listen to it.
Oh gosh.
Happy Mother's Day. Good morning. I'm proud of you. To all the mamas, I don't care how you got here. If you were in labor for 4 hours and the baby fell out your coochie, or you were in labor for 31 hours and they had to cut you from hip to hip to drag that little screaming demon spawn out of you, I'm proud of you. You're doing a good job. You may not think you're doing a good job, but stop thinking about it. Did you feed it today? Did you make sure it had some adequate hydration? Have you taken the little thing outside? If you've done any of these things, you're doing a great job. Give that baby the chicken nuggets and the fruit snacks. Let him eat the can of Pringles. It doesn't matter. A lot of people are going to tell you a lot of things about what it is to be a good mother, how to be a good mother. Is it alive? Does he or she still have all of her fingers and toes? If so, and the child is still intact, you are doing a great fucking job. Nobody told us how to do this. There is no book. I mean, there are lots of books, but they're all, for the most part, wrong. I spend a whole lot of days wondering if I'm doing enough, if I'm doing all I can do. And that's mostly because of social media. We watch too much social media of these moms in farmhouses in little dresses with their barefoot children running around helping them bake fresh bread and gather chicken eggs and do stellar, weird Little House on the Prairie type shit. Stop trying to make social media's version of motherhood your version of motherhood. Just raise happy, healthy children. Make sure they get some exercise, some sunshine, make them drink some water, make them eat some kind of protein, and if you can, stuff a vegetable down their throat. Like that's it. Keep it alive. That's the best you can do. Don't beat the little person or make them feel bad about themselves. Like that's basically just alive, unabused. That's the best we can do.
Well, that's some good
Oh.
advice. Well,
I have so many moms. I have so many followers that are moms, and they're like, I just because my son is 12. He's
mhm.
in there right now. He's in there right now doing his homeschool. I think maybe he's doing his school. um, and I get so many moms, and they're like, "How do you balance it all? Like, how are you doing this and you're doing that?" And I'm like, "Cause I don't try to make it too hard." I don't try to he has everything he needs. If he needs anything else, he'll ask me or his father. Like he's healthy. He's real happy. He's real weird. He's just like me. But people are trying to make it too hard. It's not that serious.
How old is your boy?
12.
Oh, he's getting those teenage years. He could be like,
Oh, yes, he
mama.
is.
Yeah, say, mama, I don't need you, mama. But then there's times where, mama.
Oh, he is the best kid. He's like, except for the fact, like, the only little thing that rubs me the wrong way is the kid likes CrossFit.
Well,
Daddy is a
CrossFit.
f- Daddy is a firefighter, also big as hell, like strong, but leaning more towards the like strongman type side. I'm a bodybuilder. The kid likes CrossFit. I don't know. I think it's because it's a group sport. That's got to
Yeah,
be.
yeah. I think CrossFit's a very popular sport. I've known
Yeah.
some bodybuilders who have transitioned from the sport, or CrossFit's transitioned to bodybuilding. It's just
Yeah. Oh
it's a
well.
sport that can go either way. We are here from man Panther 7. Excuse me. Ooh, he says, happy Sunday, brother George, and the gorgeous Mrs. Stanfill, and everybody in the chat. Shout out to all the mothers. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you, brother. Also, this is
Thank
from man
you.
KLA says, to a traditional standpoint, a woman is more soft and delicate, but a lot of modern women are hard and strong. But these are extremes. Also, he says this. Wow, I've seen before pics and understand her reason for hitting the gym.
Yep.
And also, he says this. He says, uh, he's always this. Says, these bodybuilding terms, double dip, reminds me of milk
Oh,
and cookies.
don't say milk and cookies.
It reminds me of the skit of Bernie Mac was King Comedies. We was taking care of his sister's kids, and the little young one said, he said like, "I'm gonna get some milk and cookies." He's saying, "What?" Like he was like, "Since brothers, get some milk and cookies." Yeah, because here people got to understand, food is both a tool and a weapon for a bodybuilder.
Yes.
The diet, you have to be consistent. What's your diet like? What's it, how often you eat and what do you
Oh
eat?
gosh, eating so much still. My coach has not pulled hardly anything. Um, Still getting quite a bit of carbs. I mean, it's like the basic bodybuilder stuff. We're doing cream of rice. We're doing a lot of chicken. We're doing regular rice. If we do a refeed, we'll do steak and potatoes or sushi, something like you really want to pack some carbs in. Um, all of my carbs are just really clean, and we use them before and after our workouts. Like you said, it's a tool. It's a tool and a weapon. So we can use those to fuel those workouts so that we have more energy for those bigger lifts. I mostly do my refeeds like before a leg day so that that leg day is going to be like super powerful. We're going to get a lot of work done. Not really getting a lot of fats. I do still eat whole eggs, not doing egg whites. I know a lot of girls 4 weeks out are just like scrambling up their sad little egg whites. Couldn't be me. I'm still getting a decent amount of fat. I get salmon, beef. Like I said, we do steaks. I'm still eating real good. Up until 2 weeks ago, I was eating Rice Krispie treats. So it's been really good, but my training is really intense. I train heavy. I train with high intensity. I sweat a lot. Like I put the work in, and we're not really doing that much cardio either. So I feel like I'm still on easy street, which is crazy. I know it's probably going to get way harder, but so far it's super manageable. I'm eating about every 2 hours.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, it's a process of what foods work for you, how you grow and
Yeah.
build. Also, I know I'm talking to ladies that sometimes they have some issues, food allergies. Sometimes they have,
Yes.
digestive problems,
Yeah.
and then you got to think about it. You're putting a lot of food in your body, and most time
Yeah.
the human stomach can only take so much, especially us people who are overweight. We know how I know people who get the surgery where they get the belt or the tummy tuck or something like
Mhm.
that. It's like I said, the right foods do help in the process, but then I know, Melissa, there are those times where you're hungry, you really want, what's that thing you want the most if you could have it right now?
What would I just destroy?
Yes.
It's so dumb. Probably like a whole like big plate of fruit because I get so little. Like you don't just get endless fruit. It's still carbs. Everything you have to measure everything. So it's like if I do get some, it's just like a little I am such like a little like hummingbird and like sweet things and I like to pick at them. So I love having just fruit at my disposal all the time. So I told my husband yesterday, I was like, I just want the biggest fruit tray of everything cut up to just eat it all. But besides that is any baked good, any cookie, any cake, any I don't care if it's like a 2-day old donut that's been like hiding behind the counter. I would eat that in like secret, like Gollum right now, just like a little squirrel. Anything sweet is my nemesis.
Yeah, you'd be like, calm, say, my precious, my
Yes, it's my
precious.
I was like, you're gonna come in the kitchen one day. I'm gonna be standing on top of the refrigerator with a bowl of fruity pebbles, just like, oh God.
I know, because like I said, I'm like, one thing is I'm pre-diabetic, but probably by diabetic by now. But I try not to eat. But I did eat like some cookies this afternoon, and I had like a little apple fritter. I do try to eat fruit and
Oh,
vegetables as often as I can. But like I said, I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder. I am trying to eat stuff, but
right.
sometimes my, it's that other guy. Sometimes my prohibitions come out, and I just kind of just I want something, sometimes those
Mhm.
things that just complete you, and sometimes you just gotta be more aware of yourself, and you gotta
A
not deny
brownie.
you can't deny your own desires. I am so sorry. He comes every now and then.
It's fine.
I
I
try to.
feel him. I understand. No, I feel like a brownie would complete me right now. I totally get it. Like would solve all my problems
Yeah.
immediately.
And you mentioned what's your name of your coach and how long y'all been together?
Garrett White is the name of my coach. He's with Ready to Respond Fitness. He is also a firefighter. I'm a big supporter of firefighters. Firefighters, police, any public service people try to um but he's fantastic. I got with him. I've probably been with him like 5 months. I've been in prep longer than 5 months. I've been in prep since September. My previous coach was seriously mismanaging my prep and had to be fired. So I found Garrett through my best friend. He's her like she's not a bodybuilder, but he's been her coach for quite a long time. And I was like, he's you've always talked really well about him. I looked at his other clients. They all look fantastic, have had really good experiences. I talked to him in depth and I was like, I think this is the guy. And it's been a dream coach client relationship. He's just phenomenal.
Yeah, because that's a good thing. Because one thing we have to say that women and men are different, especially
Yes.
biology wise. What
Yes.
works for a man does not work for a woman. I've talked to ladies that sometimes they get a coach and they give the same meal plan to give for a man. But men, we have our own natural testosterone. Women, you don't. And then you have to also figure out that y'all menstruate. Your biology is different, compared to men, and the process also we remember that also we said again, steroids is always the
Yes.
the issue about bodybuilding. But and I've often learned this, it's only like the small factor of the
Yes.
sport.
It's a
People
tiny,
need to,
tiny part of it.
yeah. But reason why people look at it because you got to think about it, if you like you have natural bodybuilding, those they have a
Mhm.
different look compared to more the
Yeah.
enhanced bodybuilders. Because I know I was on your social media. There's one lady who I interviewed a while back, Anastasia Ryder,
Yes.
and
Yes.
she's a good
She was almost my coach.
yeah,
I almost hired her, and then Garrett slid in like a baseball player.
mhm, yeah. And I know you're proud of her because I think she's gonna make her debut this year because she's been here for a good
Yeah.
while. How long y'all know each other?
Anastasia, we started talking on a professional level probably a little after I started prepping, because I really love her size. I love her look. We're very close to the same height. We're both very tall. I'm 5'10". She's I think 5'11". And it's very unusual for girls to be our height in this sport. It's mostly little midget children, people. But it's true. That's how they got them big dump trucks in wellness is because they're 4 feet tall. Um, but I started talking to her and we talked about the sport a lot. And she didn't tell me that she was I didn't know she was in prep. And then her body started changing real drastically. And I was like, I bet you're about to do a show. And then, like I was telling you, like we knew before she stepped on stage that she was about to take home her pro card. And I think it's going to be so crazy to see what she does in women's bodybuilding. And I don't know. I aspire to get there. I know I need to get much, much larger, but I may tap into some more advice from her. She's been giving me advice and pointers and tips and kind of helping me out along the way. But she's a phenomenal person and a phenomenal trainer. I know you've probably looked at her social media and seen her clients, and her coach is incredible. He has an insane roster. Like it's just I have him on Instagram as well and watch him post everybody stepping on stage. I'm like, holy shit, this man knows the medicine. He knows the magic.
Yeah, because I know, of course, it's Nasir, and Nasir has coached
Yeah.
people like Helen Trevino. I know he
Yes.
coached quite a few Olympia level competitors.
Yeah.
I think he's in Dubai, and he's kind of like one of the biggest guys, especially for women's, next to Shelby
Yes.
Starnes and a couple of other guys who do. I think Shelby exclusively does a lot of mostly women, but I think
Yeah.
and I think he really probably was the right person to work for her because I think you have to find that right person. I know some people talk about
Yes.
jump from coach to coach to coach, but sometimes it's always what it may be something they work with, or like I know that Hella, she was with Narcia for a minute, but she was with
Yeah.
Shelby Stearns. She jumped to Narcia, but now she's down with a guy named David.
David.
You know, I think sometimes it's about the clicking. Sometimes you don't want
Yes.
coaches that get too much in your business, but also want a coach that can really call you on your shit. Here we got my man KLA says, you still work with FedEx? So you still work with them?
Hell no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Dog, honey, sweetie child, they were running me into the ground. Whew, I was working nights, working about 13 hours a night loading aircraft, and it was horrible.
I
No, this is my job. I'm just coaching people now.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people get into the coaching thing because it's more, especially I think after pandemic, a lot of people doing a lot of
Yeah.
live like online coaching because
Yes.
it's you can get more clients and you help more people. You don't have to be
Yeah.
right there in person, but sometimes I think some
Yeah.
coaches do enjoy that in person connection
I
with your
do,
clients.
yeah. I love the in-person. I actually like before FedEx, I owned a gym. I owned a women's gym here in Jackson, Tennessee. And we had group fitness classes, we had children's classes. I love the in-person aspect of coaching and training, and I still do a lot of my stuff. Like we FaceTime, and I'm a very hands-on, not in your business, but and I'm not gonna hold your hand, but I will take care of you. Like I don't know, I become friends with my clients. I think that we get a relationship and a kind of repertoire together where we just sort of know how each other operates. And I think that's what a good, like you were talking about being with the right coach. And that's so important for prep. I feel like I wasted the first half of this prep with the wrong coach because I didn't do my homework. I didn't look around and shop around. I found one that someone knew and was like, "Hey, use this guy," and I used this guy, and he was trying to prep me like a bikini competitor, and it was just not working for me. So I lost a lot of mass. Um, it was just I didn't realize that he didn't think that women need to be as muscular as I want to be, because he would kind of like dodge the conversations about growing and competing in bigger divisions. It was more of a, "Oh, let's stay down here and figure," or like discussing bikini and stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to be a bikini girl ever. Like ever. Not that they're not amazing, they're hard workers, they look phenomenal. It's not for me. But once I found a coach that's like supportive of what I want to do and my aspirations to be a big girl, things have just been fantastic.
Yeah, because I think, especially, I know one thing is genetics. You know,
Yes.
how your body grows. Because you say you're a lot taller person, you can probably do good in bikini because you're a lot taller. Because there
Yeah.
are girls in bikini are taller. You can do pretty good in figure because it's also more of a taller class. But if you want to go into women's bodybuilding or even physique, you got to have that certain amount of
Yeah.
mass. And in the last few years, divisions has evolved. I've talked about this on my channel. As you know, just recently I saw Jack Tony, who runs the Midwest promotion. He just dropped women's
Oh,
physique from the
yes.
St. Louis Pro because they only have 5 competitors. He did that a few years ago when he dropped it women's bodybuilding for the Omaha Pro because I had 2 competitors. And then one of my I was a big fan of this guy. I used to watch this movie. Arnold Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Schwarzenegger down, and they get to the chopper. He pushed out generally most of the women's division, and other than
Yes.
figure. Other than fitness, he pushed out women's bodybuilding. That was like almost 10 years ago. Then he pushed out physique and then figure, and the only thing left is there's fitness to set again, and the TNA division. That's
The TNA. Yeah,
wellness.
I'm glad you said it like that. The TNA divisions. And
Yeah, that's what
that's
they. Yeah, that's what they are.
that's
Because
how we feel about it.
yeah,
Like
I've loved the gay stuff. I've interviewed a couple of gay girls, some girls in bikini.
yeah.
Not a big fan of division. I feel like this is how I said it to one person like this. bikini is more like an invasive species. It didn't really grow from bodybuilding like the others. It was
Right.
brought in, but it has
Yeah.
evolved with the sport.
It has.
Wellness kind of grow too. It was brought in. 'Cause I think it fits better because I just want to give you a friend of mine named Jada Beverly. She's IB pro. She's been a
I
figure
just saw
setter.
that she's stepping down, right? She's
Yeah,
stepping down to wellness.
yeah, and Jada, I think she was told to go to win bodybuilding. That was like about 4 years ago. But I think with she's kind of tall. She's like 5'7". Plus, I think it's hard for her to put on that size because her genetics. I think wellness might be a good move for her. We got here comments from a man. This is my man KLA. Yeah, he's a fan. He says CrossFit. They do a lot of calisthenics, running, weightlifting. So maybe it's benefiting your son
It
does
is.
the other sports like football and basketball. Also, he says so you don't eat too much fruits as a bodybuilder. That's true. And also he says he says I had chocolate donut and oatmeal in a packet.
Oh, God, that sounds so good though.
Yeah, yeah. He also says that he's a comment. This interview lady said, "I prefer Tracy Giles' Joker laugh." I interviewed Tracy the other last week, and also this from man Stephen Prey. He says this. He says, "Brandon Ray is a coach for her." I know Brandon Ray. I think he does a few women. I think
Who does
that's a.
Brandon do?
Oh, I'm trying to think. I'm thinking. I'm trying to remember who Brandon did. He did somebody, but I know they who I interviewed a while back. She didn't like his coaching. They parted ways. But
Mm.
I know I heard his name before with some other ladies. It just don't pop in my head real
Yeah,
quick.
I've heard
But I
it, but
know,
I can't think of competitors.
yeah, I know Trey Hodge. He works with Sheena Olick. He works with Monique Jones and a couple other ladies. That's one guy also who does a lot of work with women. But yeah, I don't know Brian Ray, but I forgot who he works with. So you know, as we are growing and develop as a bodybuilder, what will you think you need for yourself to really approve in this process?
For me, I think, like I said, after this show, we're taking a long off season. I need growth everywhere. Um, I definitely have to work on my shoulders, legs. I'm hoping that, and I've heard from people like the loose skin and things like that progress and the appearance of them gets better with each prep. So I'm hoping 3 or 4 preps in, we're looking a lot tighter. Like I still think I'm gonna bring a really good look June 8th, just from what I'm seeing already. I know I'll be conditioned down and pretty lean. Um, but I'm looking forward to the size. Like, I know I want much bigger legs, I want much bigger glutes, but as a tall, long femored human, the legs and the glutes, we just struggle. You have to just train the shit out of them and push as much food as possible into them to grow them. So I think you guys are gonna see a really big difference in me about 6 to 8 months after this show. Me and my coach have some plans, and we're gonna be doing some really hard work.
Yeah, and the thing is, you have to really grow. Like one
Yes.
thing, if you do the regional show and get your national qualification, you can have that for up to a year. So after a year, you have to do it. If you have to do a national show,
Yeah.
if you don't, you lose it, and you have
Yeah.
to try again.
I
Here we
I'm
got
looking at one. I'm
yeah.
looking at one. I'm thinking about junior nats for next year.
All right. Also, yeah, this is my man KA says, if she's NPC or CPT, CBT, I'm not sure. So he said junior natural, so that's junior nationals. That's NPC.
Yeah.
Also, this is from my man KA. He says, are you capable of gaining more weight for women's bodybuilding?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know how to gain weight. We just gotta gain the right weight. Like, I
Yeah.
promise you that. Like, I know how to eat, and I know how to train. It's just doing it. I've been in the one of the main reasons that we're deciding to do an off season instead of doing more shows, because I was looking at some more shows, and I am gonna walk in the Angel Competition Bikinis fashion show August 17th at the Nashville Fit Show. It's a master show. I'm gonna do that. But I've been in a caloric deficit for almost a year. My body is very close to done with preps right now. So just to save the metabolism and everything else is like, we just need to back out, reverse out slow, and then start to grow. So I haven't had like a really good off season growth phase yet. This will be my first true off season with a coach to do improvement the right way. So
Mhm.
I'm pretty confident that I can put on some decent size, especially because he's a magician, he's a mad scientist, and knows how to make my body do the things it needs to do. I'm really impressed.
That's good. That's good. You've had the right person to work with you. So, folks, as you know, she has a YouTube channel, and you know, it's being a
Ew.
YouTuber myself. You know, I always like to support somebody these days who have YouTube channels. The fact is, we all know the algorithm for female bodybuilding is not as strong
It's
on
not
YouTube,
good.
but if we can get people to support these women on here, you know, the other night I had Natalie Cuejo on one of my live streams.
I love her.
I'm not a big fan of hers per se. I'm
Oh,
going to tell you that.
I I like her as a person. She's been really supportive to me. We've talked quite a bit during my prep, back and forth texting and stuff, and she's just very positive and thinks anybody can do anything kind of gal. But I mean, if we're really talking about physiques, I am Andrea Shaw has
Oh,
the best physique that I think is going to happen. I just haven't. Ah, God,
I gotta show
magnificent.
every time. A while back, a lady who I did interview, her name is Judith Martinez Kitchen. She runs Bad Rap. It's
Oh,
a
I love bad
company,
rap. Yeah.
and she was at the Olympia last year, and she did. It was my birthday was the 19th, and she is in the Olympia was November last year in Omaha, in Orlando, and she
Look
got
at
signed
her.
for me. She has
Look
a
at her
beautiful.
though.
Oh my God, she signed it for me. She has a beautiful, and I have a friend. His name is Big Keith Williams. His wife is Tina. She's also a tall lady, and Keith, he is the IFB Pro competitor. We do a live stream. We got to do live stream every Monday. It's called Most Talk Mondays. He's coming as a guest, and a while back, he's working with him and his wife are working with Andrea's wife. I mean Andrea's trainer John Simmons. And a while back, he said, he said, George, I got something to send you. He said, what you send me? So he sent a picture of him and his wife, Tina and with his wife, and he sent me this. And and I told him, that's my girl, man.
That's a
I mean, that's my
girl.
he's my brother. I love him, but he has head of my girl. And he said, I'm sorry, Melissa. I can't. He
It's
just,
okay.
I
I
think she's
get it.
beautiful. I mean, she's
She is. She's
beautiful.
stunning. Her physique is. I
Oh my
don't know.
God.
Like I don't know when. Who can top that? Who can look like that? Like who can look like
She
that?
just, she's just
Andrea,
beautiful.
if you're watching, we love you. She is mother.
I mean, like I said, when I saw the first time, when I saw when she was guest posing at Savannah back in 2022, it was just amazing. And I talk about my channel. I know Kayla Lloyd Pete on me is like, yes, I'm sis because she's a beautiful woman.
She's so
She has a
beautiful.
great. I mean, I've interviewed ladies who know her. I got a friend, we become good friends with. She hangs out with Andrea. I mean, she's just amazing. She really, I think she brought in this new look, and I think she really
Yes.
is really giving new life to women's bodybuilding.
Yes.
I'm a fan of hers. I'm a fan of Angela Yo, who I follow.
Cool.
I
See,
mean,
and you just had Tracy on, yeah?
yeah, Tracy Guile.
Her look, be for real. Like her look is crazy. You
Yeah,
know,
because
she know
yeah,
like
she
like that's
well, she's right now. She's gonna play and she's gonna compete. She's gonna do a show in 6 weeks. That's I think the Imperial in Alcante, Spain, and she says she's gonna hit a tour in America. She's gonna probably hit Tampa. Think about doing Texas, and might also doing the Arizona Pro / Rising Phoenix show.
oh.
And
Oh
I think
gosh, I love that show. That show's phenomenal.
yeah, it's because it's the only few shows right now that does not have it's no banana hammocks, no board shorts. It's all ladies. I mean, there was the one I think it was like only one show that did was one of the first shows that only had women's bodybuilding alone was the Jantana Classic, and that was back in the day. Reason why it didn't stay around because money and like this and
Yeah.
that, and that's the thing about this sport. Get expense to compete as a woman
Yeah.
it is, except again, the guys got to wear a pair of banana hammocks and a board shorts and, just tanning. That's about it. But as a woman, it costs you more.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Our
you will have,
suits are $1,200. My suit was $1,200.
I know. I think one lady. I think it was Heather Phelps. She said that
Yes.
she actually, yeah,
Yeah,
she told me that.
no,
Yeah,
she gave me the suit. Yeah, the suit that I'm wearing at my first show, I bought it from her, but I that she had that suit made custom for I think she had like 1250 or something, but like ridiculous amounts of money. I would not be able to have a suit that nice. Like that's what I was saying. This community is incredibly supportive because a lot of the things that I've been able to do, I would not have been able to do. I would not have a $1,000 suit to walk across the stage in. I would not have really nice heels if one of my fans wouldn't have bought me posing heels for my birthday. Like, I've got another fan like, fans help me pay for my actual registration fees and things like that. Like, I have such a supportive fan base already, and the community has been supporting. My posing coach has been so supportive. It's just crazy. That's why I tell everyone, like, if you wanna get into bodybuilding and you're not sure about it, do it because the people are so awesome.
yeah, and I think that thing is that it's good to have support. Like I said, the money thing is always thing. Like I talk about this quite often. I know bodybuilding has a big fetish to it, and some ladies, what they do to make income, they go on, as I call them, and this is guys, we know what they are because we're most of Smoke. I'm one too. Because when we watch you ladies on stage, when your ladies are ripped on stage, there's an old smoke saying I heard a long time ago: when your ladies rock hard, we're rock hard,
Yeah.
and it's like I said, a lot of ladies will do sites like OnlyFans, Her Biceps, Muscle Girls Live, as I call them, the meat websites.
Yeah.
You know, that's the way to make money. But I know something that you wouldn't want to do because you have a husband, you have a kid. But if there was a better way, like especially sponsorship helps out,
Yes.
people
Absolutely.
like I know I'm talking with some people right now that are ready to do a sign contract with another company and they want to set some up and ask me to help on that. And that's why I do these things like when I do when I do these lives, I suggest people who follow my channel, who follow you ladies, I say, hey guys, if you're out there someone who's interested in sponsoring an athlete and have genuine interest in sponsoring someone like that, reach out to them. But don't be that weird guy like this to say, hey Melissa, yeah, I used to be a little fatty, huh? Well, I got a fatty for you. No, 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 no. No, you should say, let's say, Miss Stanfill, I think we have a plan for you. We want to sponsor your next show. And if you're interested in our plan and you also want to work for us and be
Yeah.
a model for our product, we're interested in maybe offering you this chance. So we have a contact, we want to work with you. I think those things help out because it's easy to go to the division like wellness or bikini or even figure competitors or
Yeah.
some fitness competitors because like this, they have the look that's more conducive and more, I think, feminine in the mindset of promoters and also product companies.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure if it was you I was talking to about, or it may have been, the fellow that runs the weight room podcast. I'm doing that at the end of the month, but we were talking about the so many people moving to like wellness, bikini, like there's just not a lot of women popping out that are doing the bigger divisions. And I think it is because there's not a lot of support from promoters to like if you look up Wolfpack bags and like they've got Wendy Fortino, they've got figure competitors that they're sponsoring and they're, promoting and having up. But I can't think of a single brand besides like 5% Nutrition, the Rich Piana brand. I think Anastasia is with them. I can't think of a single brand that the face of their company or the ads that they put across that you find on Instagram is a bigger girl. That's a WPD or WBB girl.
Well, I know Mutant, they sponsor, Andrea.
Okay.
And one of the people that do a lot of work for women's bodybuilders. Anytime I say his name, I have to go. This is my little thing. Yo Jake, I want that money. I want that gun. That's Jake Wood. Anytime I
Yeah.
say his name, I gotta go to my Denzel from Training Day.
God, that's such a phenomenal movie.
Yeah, that's a great movie. He won an Oscar for that. But yeah, Jake Wood. He did have because remember Anastasia was one of his brand sponsors with that company, but they
Oh,
had
wow.
drifted away from that because Jake is more getting to, as he wins the Olympia. He's getting more into the promotion part of the bodybuilding
Mhm.
world. But I think you got to think about it. Generally, the people who use the product like they should be representative. But I know society want to
Yes.
go with somebody. They want to go somewhere feel like they can really appeal to demographics. That's why it's easier with men. Like we always talk about how the guys, and said again, the men's division is the bottom bitch. But even though I was listening to a couple ladies did an interview a while back, her name Eunice and Lisa Sege, who's a figure competitor, how I said like 6% of the sport is women because it's at least 6 divisions.
Yes.
And while even though there's a large number of women in the sport, it's always going to be the men divisions that get more attention because people are more susceptible to with muscle.
Mhm.
But that's why bikini and wellness is so easy because bikini has that more aesthetically looking please. Easy to it looks so easy to get compared to others, and it's
Yeah.
not easy, but
It's not easy, but it's the most attainable
mhm,
of the divisions.
yeah. And wellness, you really have to do a lot of leg
Oh,
work.
God, I could never because you're asking me. I have several friends that are wellness competitors, and I'm like, "What's your split like?" And they're like, "I do legs like 3 days a week. I've got like one leg day, one arm day a week, like upper body." And I was like, "Wait a minute, hold the phone. You do upper body once a week? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I love training upper body. I love training shoulders. Like, I mean, I'll train shoulders twice a week, like, because I like it. And just the thought of not training a body part just hurts my feelings. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, and legs. I think with a lot of bodybuilders, the least favorite exercise is leg day. It's just you feel like the episode of I always like to, this is my favorite episode of Chappelle Show when Charlie Murphy first meets Rick James. They go back to the house, and Rick is like messing up Eddie's couch. F your couch, Eddie Murphy. F your couch. And Rick and Eddie and Charlie are beating his legs. And Dave's
Oh,
dragging out, says, "What are my legs, Eddie Murphy?" That's how some bodybuilders feel. They feel like they just
yes.
got their legs beat up by Eddie Murphy and Charlie Murphy.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
tough, but somebody say love leg day. They love it. I said, you're a freak. You're just a particular type of you call me a freak, but you're a freak. You like leg day. Yeah, and some of those women they do have some strong aesthetics. We talk about how they have that strong. One thing about you wellness, you have those strong Afro aesthetics. Sometimes some women would try to people talk about steroids, but that women would try to do little things like BBLs or they get oils and stuff, trying to give them that extra size. But
Yeah.
you really have to work at it. We got here my man Davris Adam. He's shout out to him. He says, "Hey everyone, hey yo,
Hello.
Davris man." Also,
Hey, buddy.
this for a man, Money J says, "Hey Melissa, where are you from originally? So where are you from?"
I mean, you can probably tell by my accent I'm from the South, but I am from born and raised in Jackson, Tennessee.
Ah, well, I know if you want to speak, people think, "Where are you from, George?" Well, I'm from North Carolina. I was born and raised most of my life, but while I was coming up, people always thought, "Well, where you from, George? You from New York, Chicago?" Because I don't have that long twang like some
You
people do.
have a little bit left because I've picked it up several times. I was like, he's still got some Southern boy in there.
Yeah,
I hear him.
when I got older, it kind of started getting into
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
But then when I was younger, people used to think, well, one time I told one, say, well, I'm from New Jersey. Like I say, because
Yeah.
my father moved to New
Just
Jersey after my parents broke up. And, I said I was from Jersey. I came down here to the South. But when I was a kid, my older sister, she was the very oldest, because mom, dad was sharecroppers. They worked the fields. And I was one of the younger children. And she used to do this because I was so best to run around. So she took me one day, put me in a chair, tied me up, and we watch PBS. I was watching Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers. Hello, boys and
oh,
girls.
I
Let's
love
how
Mr.
everybody
Rogers.
loves Mr. Rogers. He's just, would you mind? Would you mind? Want to be my
To be my
neighbor? I
neighbor.
mean, I actually did this video where he's doing like he was testifying against with Congress. And it's
Yeah.
just once he was like, rah, 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 rah. And Mr. Rogers says, well, Senator, we have to help the children. And the Senator said, well, thank you, Mr. Rogers. I will try to help the children. We got here, my man, Money Jason, are you an FBB pro or are you an amateur? Well, she's not official
Not
yet.
yet.
Yeah,
Not yet.
she's still in training. She's
I'm in
still giving
training.
time. And also, this is from my man Money J says, "What division character are you currently in?" Well, right now she said she's going to double dip because
Double dipping. I'm dipping
yeah,
my toes. I'm gonna dip.
yeah. And if you look at it now, As you know, when bodybuilding started, especially around about the 80s, the women of the 80s wouldn't compare to the figure girls of today, or even the
Yes.
bikini. It's really, like I said, as I said again, they're pushing out physique out of some shows. It wasn't supposed to. Physique was brought in to replace women's bodybuilding,
Yeah.
but in the last few years, the vision has evolved. When you talk about Natalie Cuejo, you look at also Sarah Vilgas, several other ladies. I remember, it's just we were talking about this, how you get to the point where you can't tell the difference. Like, this is someone pulling up real quick.
Yeah, it's okay. So yeah, yeah. I got a
Yeah,
lot to say about it. I got a lot to say about it.
that's Missy Trescott, fitness
Missy Tree
champion,
Scott, she's fitness. My
and
husband found Missy a couple of weeks ago and he's like, "Hey, do you know this girl?" And I was like, "That's Missy Tree Scott. She's fitness." And he's like, "Is that like physique?" And I was like, no, that's actually the dancing, jumping around category." Like they don't even put. I mean, yeah, they put their bikinis on and basically do like figure posing, but the lines are being blurred so much. I don't know if you looked at recently, Meg Sylvester Sealand. She's she's a figure girl. She was so shredded and big and conditioned, like she could have easily just walked over and done WPD. Like a lot of these girls that are competing figure now are just dancing the line of being a physique competitor.
yeah, I know also a man. I know a guy. He's a friend of mine. His name David Bright. He also does content on bodybuilding. He interviewed a young lady who just made her pro debut. Just got a pro card at the Charlotte Pro, which is right here up the road from where I live
Yeah.
at. And the same weekend is the Triple O Dynasty. And the winner of Wins Physique, April Gruber, and this is
Yes.
Tessa,
Yeah.
and that's April. I mean, that's Tessa. That's Ann, and that's Tessa.
Yeah.
And if you look the difference between Tessa and Ann, you would say that Ann's more women's bodybuilding.
She is. She
Tessa's,
absolutely is.
but she's physique, and Tessa is figure. And then I did this also where I matched up, you know, Ann and Teresa Vasic, who won the Triple O Dynasty. And you look at, Teresa did compete in physique for a half a minute, but you cannot barely tell. They're doing the same pose, which is the tricep pose.
Yeah.
Only thing is, I think Anne has better condition compared to Teresa, and
Yeah.
it's just the size difference is the big part of it. It's just like I said, that's why I think it's a big issue, because it's so easy to cross over for
Yeah.
figure and physique competitors.
Yes.
We have here a comment here. This is from my man Davies. He says, "Hi Melissa, how are you?" Thank you,
I'm so
Davis.
good. I'm
Also,
so
this from
good.
man Panther 70 says, "If you could make a movie about your life, what would it be called, and who would you cast as you?" So, what movie think who you think you
Oh,
would like to cast?
who would I cast? I can't think of anybody cool enough.
Well, how about say let's
um,
try? How about Margot Robbie?
Margot is fabulous. Um,
Or
let's
who I think
see.
is that? I think old girl.
I think it would have to
Uh,
be somebody really funny. It would have to be somebody really funny. Um, I don't know.
I,
What is her name? Her last name is Belle. She's blonde.
I,
Is her name Kate? I don't know. I
I
don't know.
like I said,
But it would definitely be called Fuck Around and Find Out. That would be like
I
that is
promise.
my life. My life story has just been a whole lot of fucking around and a whole lot of finding out.
Yeah, I think the problem you probably couldn't put that onto the cinema, because you
Yes.
have to really edit it. This is from KLA says. He says she has the Reba McEntire, the country singer. I misspelled it.
We love Reba. We
Yeah,
love Reba.
yeah. I'm a little bit more. I'm not much a country, but yeah. Also, she sounds like her with the accent. You know. Oh,
Well,
and
we
this
are
this is
we're from very similar parts of the world.
yeah, and this is
Not a
from
Kate
he said
Beckinsale.
Kate Beckinsale. Mm,
She's not
mm.
funny.
I think people like. I think think of those underworld movies. I think that's what the tag team show
Yeah,
like that.
she's
Uh,
fabulous though. She's
this is
gorgeous.
who this is from a man. John Doe says, "Do you mean Kristen Bale?"
Yes. Yes,
Oh, you,
because it would be a musical.
yeah, yeah. I think it probably works. And also, this is from Davias Adams says, that's good. You looking pumped. I like it. It pumped.
Thanks.
It pumped. I'm pumped. He's pumped a lot. Also, like I said, again, she is on YouTube. So, like I said,
I am
guys,
on YouTube.
you want to follow her? Check her out. I'm going to pull up a video she did. It's her doing her prep. We're going to play it for a good bit, guys. You're interested in maybe go over there and supporting her. I will gladly appreciate, and she appreciates you because, like I said, the algorithms is not that
Hey,
good
it's not that
on
friendly.
yeah. But if she can get up maybe a couple more subscribers and get up to 1,000, hey, we really make a big turnaround. So we're gonna play this video right here. Wait a minute, what's out?
Hope everyone has been having a great week. We had a little bit of fun, just got back in town, went out of town, visited some friends, had some fun. I'm getting so good at like staying on my meal prep game, like having my meals with me and not having to be like, oh, I need to run get this and run get this. I just got it with me. And that makes things so much easier for prep, just having every single tool you need. The only thing I didn't have was my scale to weigh myself to send to my coach, but that's okay. I weighed when I got home and even fed. I was my low weight from last week. So we're getting very skinny. You're going to see. I'm very small. My mother actually called me a chicken nugget yesterday. Don't know how to feel about that. But yeah, we got some shoulders today. I think there's some arms in it. So that should be good. We'll see if we can get a little pump on my chicken nugget arms, my chicken wings, if you will. Did talk to coach about a plan for what's going to happen after the Julie Palmer. I do have the Angel Competition Bikinis Fashion Show August 17th. That's going to be held at the Nashville Fit Show. Really cool show. It's an all-women's show. It's a master show. I was kind of wanting to compete in that show just because it is such a great show and a great company, like establishment that it came from. But I think we're just going to do this fashion show. And after JP, we're going to reverse out real gently. And then we're going to grow long off season and come back and see if we can get our pro card next season. What you think? What you think? Because if I get nationally qualified for the Julie, I think my first show back next year will probably be a national show. Because I think we'll be ready. We're going to see. What do you think, Coach? What do you think? He's probably going to be like, stop it. But yes, I'm excited about it off season. I'm excited about growing. I'm just a small little, especially the leggings. The legs they're very small. And I want to be a big, jacked, mutant looking specimen. So we're going to do some hard work. We're going to eat a lot of food. It's going to be a lot of fun. Not the food part, because I do feel like I'm going to struggle more with eating a large amount of food than I am with the cutting and the eating small. I've kind of gotten used to like the portion sizes now, and bigger portions fuck me up real bad. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I know I've had a couple of people ask me mentally where I'm at. That is a day-to-day thing. Like that varies from Monday to Tuesday. I can feel completely different about where I'm at. Felt completely different about where I was at last night than I do this morning after talking to my coach. Like last night, I was having some deep, dark thoughts about my body. But after like really discussing, coming up with a game plan, I think I'm in a really good spot. I'm in a really good spot to get nationally qualified. I'm in a really good spot to do very well at this show. And if I don't, it's my first show. And there are more shows. And we're just going to keep getting better and better. And that's the beautiful thing about bodybuilding is you are your only real competitor. You're always just trying to beat the last version of yourself that you brought to the judges. So if you guys are excited, we're so close. Using a new camera today. I hope you guys like the setup. I brought my posing suit. I brought my heels. We're going to get the ass out in this room here and hope that the gym goers are okay with it. It'll be fine, I'm sure. If anything, the dudes will just be like, hey, girl. I don't know what that was. Mr. Muggle. Anyway, I'm excited. I took some pre-workout. Let's do it.
You are young lady. You have quite a lot of energy.
I'm unhinged.
Yeah, well, like I said, sometimes what doesn't, like the other guy would say, what doesn't make us stranger make us stronger. And we have here some comments here. This is from a man. This is from a man. Mary Jane says, "How many kids you have?" So you say you just have the one boy.
Just the one dude.
Also, hey, this is from Path of Seven. Just subscribe to your channel. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And also, this is from my man Money J says Tiana Mass Salary, probably.
I don't know who that is.
Me either. Like I said, I don't
That
really.
is.
He says that she's a funny actress. I'm like I
Okay.
said, I don't
I'll
watch
look her up.
TV. Like I said, I don't watch too many movies that much like I used to. I don't follow a lot of actors like I'm maybe just me. Like I said, I'm over 50. I'm like my mornings I get up because like I said, I don't work anymore. I used to work 2-3 jobs. I used to work at a gas station when I was 16, and then I was working at a textile plant, and I was working at a food processing plant. I went to school for a little bit, and I had this one job I worked for about 4 or 5 years. I used to work in a gentleman's club. Yeah. This is what it is. I had guys say, George, man, you work in the club, man. Yeah, I said, dude.
It ain't
It's
what
not.
you think it is.
Yeah, man. Sometimes, like I say, if those girls are making money, they're not happy.
No.
And and also, hey, you got another subscriber. It says, this is from Davros. He says, I subscribe to you,
Thank you,
Melissa.
Davros.
Like I
Thank
said
you.
again,
Thank you.
this helps these women who are on social
Yeah, it
media.
does.
Especially get more subscribers. Also helps get increase their content. The algorithms, like I said, again, for women's bodybuilding. Like if you think about it, social media, especially if women's bodybuilding is not as popular. There's only so much people that talk mainly about you, like you ladies, like the Female Bodybuilding channel who I follow. There's David Bryan of Female Bodybuilding Forum, DDA
I
Spot, Ryan
love
Johnson.
him.
Yeah, I interviewed. I worked with both Dee and Ryan before. I interviewed Ryan a while back, and me and David was part of a little forum with the Female Bodybuilding channel with Chelsea Dion and Asher Hadley. My man KL, he does some content on women's bodybuilding. Just saw this morning Lisa Sege and her partner Rose Black. They did an interview with Eunice and her
Nice.
partner Jolene. We all know it's always going to be with the men's division because it's easier, it's a lot more entertaining, the mindset of people. But you ladies, I respect you ladies. I'm admit it like this. I'm a super smoke. As a kid, I enjoyed watching ladies. It got me excited. But doing this content, I learned a lot about y'all, and I really, I'm really inspired by what you do, the commitment and passion you have for the sport, and the sacrifice you have to make, especially for you gotta, there's times I think you want to spend more time with your husband and your son. You have to go to the gym, but you gotta respect that. We got here. This is from my man, Money J says, Tiana is the actress who plays She-Hulk on Disney Channel. Oh, okay. I never watched it. I don't do streaming. I don't watch streaming.
She's not that big.
Yeah.
She's not
You're
really that
welcome. That's
beefy.
yeah. And also this says, I will subscribe to your channel as soon as I get off the chat.
Thank
You
you.
can jump over for a minute.
See one of the main reasons I even started the channel and started the whole prep vlog thing in the series is as I was thinking about it and like I'll watch different vloggers and stuff when I'm doing my cardio. There are no women's physique girls on YouTube that I can find, and they're definitely not vlogging their prep. So I was like, man, we gotta like I'm having to watch wellness girls. I'm having to watch bikini girls and what they're doing and how they're handling different aspects of prep. And I really want to see a a physique competitor that's really going through it, and Dana's not competing anymore. She's not going to make any more. And I was like, I guess I just got to do it. Like, I've just got to be the physique girl that puts it all out there so that other girls that maybe want to see what it's like prepping for a bigger division, the work that goes into it, the training style that goes into it. That's why I have a whole workout in every one of my videos every week. We do the entire workout so people can see how I'm training, how I'm feeling. I talk about what I'm going through mentally, any changes coach makes, because that's what I needed. That's what I need. That's what I needed and wanted to see as an athlete coming into the sport is I want to learn as much as possible from other competitors. And there's just not a lot of WPD or WBB girls on YouTube.
Yeah, because like I say, the aerobics is not good for it. More
Yeah.
of them on IG more than on
Yes. Yeah.
YouTube. And there are some I think I've seen some ladies who are figure competitors, some
Yes.
physique and some bodybuilders. But like I said, the aerobics for those are not as big.
It's not great.
So folks, we're not going to hold her much too long because I know she's a busy lady. She just got from the gym.
I didn't eat yet.
You didn't eat yet? Yeah, that's one
I
more
didn't
important
eat
thing.
yet, George.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I won't get for the food. It'd be like cooking. You like food to be calling me, man. Be calling my name. Man.
I'm dreaming about it, George. I'm dreaming about it.
So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna let her go because I know she got to eat. She got to feed the machine.
Yes.
So one thing I think most definitely as a person who found the sport, I think this should be more, consideration for your competitors, more benefits. As you know, you got to think about it. You got the cost of being as an amateur. You have to pay your fees.
Yeah.
The travel expenses. Going from show to show, especially you want to get your pro qualification. After you turn pro, you want to go to Olympia.
Yes.
I think this sport should, as this is a poor man's sport or poor woman's sport. I mean, you're more like this. You're more competing more in the red and the black.
Yeah.
And and other than if you like I say, you have people helping you out, you have friends, and also you have fans helping you out. But really, this is like any other sport. Like if you look at football, basketball, baseball, they have really benefits to help out their players, their athletes. But as bodybuilding, it doesn't have that. I think
It doesn't.
you need those things to help you out as a competitor.
Absolutely. It makes it so much easier. And not that it should be easy. I don't think it should be easy because then you're opening the doors for just like anybody to just decide, well, I can just go do this. It's not going to cost me anything. I think to be a bodybuilder, we're just insane people. Like we put all of our money into this. We put all our time into this. But I definitely think that it would be super helpful if more girls from bigger divisions were sponsored athletes by companies, suit companies, meal prep companies. That would be so helpful if they would get behind them. Supplement companies, every single thing that we do is another piece of money that we're spending, and even just getting to stage is thousands and thousands of dollars. You've got your coach, if you're an enhanced athlete like myself, it's real expensive. Like I know everybody thinks it's like the easiest road to do, but there's like you guys don't understand how much it costs for like special supplements, but it's a very expensive sport. And I think a lot of people don't take that into account when they do jump into it. But if we could get more companies, I don't know who they would be besides, just supplements, meal prep companies, clothing companies, some gym wear clothing companies could get behind athletes. I think it would be super, super helpful, especially to amateurs.
Like if you get like the name brand companies, one thing like something like Coca-Cola or Pepsi that they like I think Pepsi they are behind products like Propel, or some apparel companies. You don't have to be like something like Under Armour, but the fact is they don't want to get involved with bodybuilding because of the whole steroid thing. But there's more steroid use. Just saw Ryan Garcia, a boxer. He just got tested 30. I do some content on WMMA, mixed martial arts. There's been MMA fighters getting busted for steroids. There was a whole congressional hearing on baseball and steroids. But those guys are millionaires. If they want to use this shit, that's up to them. It's not like it's like the
that's
Olympics.
their prerogative.
Yeah, it's not
Well,
like
the
it's the
thing
Olympics.
like we also you don't have to so don't sponsor untested athletes. Sponsor someone from a natural division. Like I'm not shitting on any of the federations, if you there's a whole discussion about like, oh, bodybuilding should all be natural. We have natural federations. You can
Mhm.
compete in the natural federations or support athletes in the natural federations. It's kind of just always been a thing that comes with bodybuilding, and we're all adults, and if we want to decide to do something, I think we should be able to do it. Like, support it or don't support it.
Yeah, and the natural fetish is not as popular because everybody likes like this is from AJ
It's
telling me
not.
about you. So like they like the big freaky chicks, they
They
like the big
like the
freaky
big
guys.
people
You know,
watch bodybuilding because we're big freaks. Like that's why I want to watch it. I don't like tune in to watch. I don't watch the bikini girls. Like I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna until the physique girls and the women's bodybuilding girls step on stage because I want to see big. I want to see something I haven't seen before. That's just not natural to see.
yeah, because we just had the Pittsburgh Pro just wrapped up
Yes.
last
Oh my god.
yesterday,
Yeah.
and next up is the New York Pro, which is
Yep.
sponsored by Bev Francis and Herman Steve. And Bev Francis is the woman who's changed the sport of bodybuilding. I remember that last Miss Olympia back in '91. She was just she was just huge, freakishly huge. Her, the light was shining off her skin. It was just she came in as a beast. She was going out
Yes.
like a beast. And I didn't like when she pushed out Women's Bodybuilding in physique from the show, but brought it back. I give it that. But yeah, we're a fan of it. Like I said, as guys, like this is. I'm gonna tell you a story. This is a story I remember. I used to go on these chat rooms, and the guys were talking about stuff. And this one guy, he used to go, he was a big bodybuilder fan, and he used to go to the shows. He used to work. He was a salesman, so he used to try to schedule when he can, go on, go in sales and he go check the shows. He was at the show one time. This was like a few years ago, and he was like sitting there watching the show. Here's commotion in the back. He'll know what's going on. So he's thinking, what's the problem? He sees this guy, and security are pulling this guy out from back of the auditorium. The guy got his pants around his legs. They're dragging him out. He's sitting like a couple of seats away from one of the coaches of the girls. Says, that guy, I thought they banned him from the last time because he was doing the women's bodybuilding finals, and some guys they get like, oh yeah, but
Oh god.
we respect who you are as a competitor as a woman, and that's what we enjoy watching. We love watching ladies on the stage. We love like posing. We love the how your bodies look, especially when you're drained. Even though you got to remember, you're on the stage, you're dehydrated, you're drained, you're tired, you're hangry. But you know what? You're there for a reason because you have a passion for a sport and so much sacrifice to this sport. But you really make those sacrifices. But at the same time, you understand what you're getting yourself into.
Yep.
We got here. This is from my man Money J says we will find a way to keep bodybuilder alive no matter
Yes.
what it takes.
No matter
Also,
what it takes.
this is from a man KL says you ever reach out to Bev George? I've sent something a while back. I posted when she had a birthday. She liked it, but I know she's a busy lady. It's hard to get some of these ladies who are on the
Yeah.
top level. Especially like I said, try to get on the grassroots people. And I would love to have Andrea on here. Most definitely love Andrea. I
Oh
know
gosh.
Natalia Cuejo was in a couple of my live streams. I love her on. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Natalia, but I do, respect the fact for it. Also, this is from a man. It says her changed drastically while you said that part, the end of dropping his pants to the ankles. Yes.
Yeah, I pulled a face.
It's some guys, like I said, there was like I know like this guy talking about here. There'll be guys that talk about, you know what, she's trying to be all buff like a man, but then 20 minutes later say, hey Melissa, I really like you. I think you're really
Like
cute.
it.
It's
Yep.
just you just can't,
Yeah.
if you like these women, like them. Admit it.
Yeah.
Don't be shy. I know people go pick on guys who do like because I remember when I post stuff. I say, "Are you gay? Are you too?" No, I like women. It's different. I like to say I work at a strip club. I like the girls who wearing the high heels and the big booties
You
and
just,
huge titties.
I think a lot of it is that the men that like muscular women appreciate the work. Like it's the mindset of I know she works hard, and you know what kind of character she has because we go in and we do something day after day. We are torturing ourselves and we're uncomfortable all the time. And I don't know, I feel like that's a really desirable straight trait. Or at least that's how my husband explains it is, you're gonna be turn some people off because you are that strong and have such a strong mindset and you know who you are and you're willing to do hard things. Some men find that threatening and don't like that, but here I am.
Yeah, it's just you just change their mindset what they consider what's
Yeah.
considered what women are. This is from man Money J. He says, 91 Miss Olympia was the biggest Bev Francis has ever been.
She was
Absolutely a
insane.
powerhouse. Yeah. Also, this is from man Gurley. This is from Gurley. He said, Melissa, do you know Jenny Lynn? She's a bodybuilder and a friend of mine. Not sure what class she's in.
I do
Well,
not know Jenny.
if she's a friend of yours, then you're not much of a good friend. She was for a good while. She was, I believe, fitness, and she did figure, but I heard that name before. Also, this is from man Kate Elliott says, "Well, sometimes George, you do like the extreme looking ones. Yeah, I like all of them.
I like the extreme looking ones too. I'm trying to be one of the extreme looking ones,
She wants
George.
to be a gorilla.
I
She
want to
wants to
be
be
a
a vanilla
gorilla.
gorilla. Yeah, she
Hey,
wants to be
that's good.
yeah,
Put
like
that on the back of my robe.
that was
There's
called.
already a vanilla.
They should call that Brock Lesnar. Yeah, he was the vanilla
Yeah,
gorilla.
the vanilla gorilla. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Also, this is from man Money J says, great meeting you, Melissa. Thank you, Money J.
Thank you, money.
Also, this is from man Davis. He says, bodybuilders for life, like for life, you
For
know,
life.
for life. Like, remember the other But
Yes.
folks, we do appreciate Melissa
Thank
coming through.
you.
We wish her all the best in her upcoming show. Wish her great luck. We can't wait. Maybe next year you'll get a pro card. If not, like I said again,
It's a
take your time.
process. It's a
It's a process.
process.
And this is what I remember I was doing an interview one lady who said, like, you don't have to trust about it. Once you understand the process, you
Yeah.
can trust the process. When you
Yes.
understand what you're getting, what it takes to get to this level, then you can fully trust it. You have faith in it. This is one for Girly before we head out. He says, okay, I worked with her in her day job. She works hard at bodybuilding, but she worked together. Yes, she's a friend. She wins a lot of awards. I
That's
just
fantastic.
tripped into your live. Nice work, Melissa. Oh, thank you, brother, for coming through your live. Thank you. Appreciate that. I got to do subscribe. You don't have to be that big girl, but you do. Yeah, well, that's a choice, man.
It's a choice. It's my choice.
Hating. Quit hating.
I'm gonna do what I want.
Yeah, I want to do what I want.
I'm gonna do what I want.
Do what I want. Yeah. And
Yeah.
that one we'll go ahead. Yeah, that was the man, Pastor Sanders. Have a blessed day, everyone. Wish you all the
Thank
success
you.
and
Thank you so
blessings to you,
much.
Melissa. Thank you, Pastor Sanders. So before we let you out, do you have anybody you want to shout out to if we let you go?
Yes. My coach, Garrett White. I am so blessed to be able to work with you. It has been amazing, and I'm looking forward to many, many years with you and making you so proud. Like there are two people I want to make proud, and that's my husband and my coach because he deserves it. I'm gonna work so hard for you. Let's get fucking hard.
That's what he said.
Yeah, that's my tagline at the end of all my YouTubes. Let's go fucking hard.
Don't say that from the smokes. You give him back.
Oh gosh.
Right. Yeah. But and that's it. You're coaching everybody else, and
Yep.
and yeah, and we'll say best of luck for you.
Thank
We
you.
hope you do. All sisters work for you. Like I said again, as a fan of you ladies, I respect your passion for the sport. And it's a tough sport to be in. It's a lot of sacrifices you have to make. You have to understand that. And once you, as I said again, understand the process and trust the process, you can go a long way. But like I said again, guys out there who are interested in Melissa, her social media stuff is in the description. Follow her, check her out. She's also on YouTube. Maybe get her some more subscribers. I think we'll just add her maybe a few more. That get her to the point where she get like I'm not too far from 2,000 people. I don't get monetized.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm get monetized because there's no point getting it because you're not gonna get much monetization. I know people tell me that, But if you interested in her, if you want to sponsor her, like I said again, so be stuff in the description. Guys, have a genuine plan. Don't be that weird guy. All right. And you know my rules, fellas. She has a kid. She has a big fireman husband. No D pics. Stop
I don't
it.
want to see your wiener.
It's my man Money says, take care of yourself, Melissa.
Thank
And
you.
thank you.
Thank
So,
you.
folks, we'd like to thank Melissa for coming through. Wish her best of luck in her upcoming show. We would say to you, ma'am, this is from a quote from one of my favorite characters in all time. It's Rocky Balboa. We say to his son, "It's not matter how hard you can hit; it's how hard you can take the hits and keep moving forward. That's how winning
Yes,
is
sir.
done."
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And also, this is from the other guy. He wants to say to you, says, "Melissa, I'll tell you something. You are beautiful." I'm sorry, I have to tame him.
I love it.
Bad.
I love it.
So, folks, I think everybody coming through. Man, KL, The Wanderer, Panther 7, Dallas Adams, Money J, Gurley. Anybody who watches this video, follow, subscribe to me and Melissa on social media platforms. If you have something that you really want to, share with her, be genuine, be a good person, and don't be that weird guy. I keep telling you guys. I know you guys. You see these buff chicks out there. You look at her process, but be calm, guys. Be serious, okay?
Calm down. Calm down.
Yes. So anyway, Melissa, thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to talk with you. I'm so thankful for the opportunity to get on here and talk a little bit about myself and just share my passion and show everybody that I'm here for the long haul. I'm gonna get big, guys. I'm gonna get as jacked as humanly possible.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you don't have to thank me because this is a quote I say again. I know KL, he always hates me when I say this quote, but I love this because it's from my favorite character. It's Christian Bale as Batman. When he talks to Jim Gordon at the end of the Batman Begins, he says, like Jim said to him, I need a chance to thank you. And he turns around and said to him, you never have to. It's just great.
I love that.
But anyway,
I love
folks,
that.
so again, you want to watch this video, check it out. Follow us on social media platforms. You can follow Melissa is the in the description of this live stream. Check her out. And also support her in her path as a bodybuilder. Anyway, this is Man Always Yours page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Don't like, subscribe. Good evening, good night, and also to you, Mom, Mama, I miss you, and happy Mother's Day to all the muscle mommies out there. Boom. We got a pose there, guys. So keep the lotion, the tissue. Keep calm. All right, and we're gonna end it off with this. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.